Have you ever felt a shiver down your spine? That tingling sensation that tells you there are things in this world that defy easy explanation? Today, we're not just telling stories. We're stepping directly into the shadows of history's most baffling, unsolved mysteries. These are the tales that have stumped investigators, fascinated generations, and left behind a trail of chilling questions. So, dim the lights, get comfortable, and prepare to journey with us into the unknown. Our first stop takes us to the windswept shores of the Outer Hebrides of Scotland. In December 1900, on the remote Flannan Isles, a passing steamer noticed something was wrong. The lighthouse, a beacon of safety, was dark. A relief crew was dispatched to investigate the Elaine Moore Lighthouse. What they found was not a solution, but the beginning of a maritime legend. The lighthouse was deserted. 3 keepers, Thomas Marshall, James Ducat, and Donald MacArthur, had vanished without a trace. The dinner table was set for a meal that was never eaten. Chair was knocked over, and one of the keepers' oilskin coats was left behind, suggesting one of them had rushed out into a storm unprepared. The last entry in the logbook was cryptic, speaking of a terrible storm the likes of which they had never seen, and of the men praying. But here is the unsettling part. Weather reports for the area showed no storms at that time. The seas were calm. So what happened to the 3 keepers? Were they swept away by a rogue wave? Did they fight amongst themselves? Or did they see something out on that isolated rock, something so terrifying it drove them into the sea? Over a century later, the Elaine Moore Lighthouse still holds its secrets, and the fate of its keepers remains one of the greatest unsolved mysteries of the sea. From a desolate island, we travel to the bustling heart of America, to a case that has become a part of modern folklore. On November 24, 1971, a man known only as D.B. Cooper boarded a Northwest Orient Airlines flight from Portland to Seattle. He was quiet, unassuming, dressed in a business suit. Shortly after takeoff, he passed a note to a flight attendant. The note claimed he had a bomb in his briefcase. His demands were simple: $200,000 in unmarked $20 bills for parachutes and a fuel truck standing by in Seattle to refuel the plane. The airline and the FBI complied. Once his demands were met and the plane was refueled, Cooper ordered the pilot to fly towards Mexico City at a low altitude. Somewhere between Seattle and Reno, in the dead of night and through a raging storm, D.B. Cooper did the unthinkable. We opened the rear staircase of the Boeing 727 and leaped out into the freezing darkness with the ransom money strapped to his body. An extensive manhunt was launched, one of the most exhaustive in U.S. history. They searched the dense wilderness of the Pacific Northwest, but found nothing. No body, no parachute, no briefcase. For years, the case went cold. Then, in 1980, a young boy on a camping trip found 3 bundles of decaying $20 bills, their serial numbers matching the ransom money. But this discovery only deepened the mystery. It was found miles from the projected flight path, and the rest of the money was never recovered. Did D.B. Cooper survive the jump? Did he perish in the wilderness, his remains lost to time? Or did he pull off the perfect crime, disappearing into a new life, living off his stolen fortune? The FBI officially closed the active investigation in 2016, but the legend of D.B. Cooper, the gentleman skyjacker, continues to captivate the world. Let's journey back in time to the 16th century, to the very first English attempt at colonizing the New World. In 1587, a group of over 100 men, women, and children, led by Governor John White, established a settlement on Roanoke Island, off the coast of modern-day North Carolina. This was a hopeful new beginning. Among the colonists was Virginia Dare, the first English child born in the Americas. Governor White soon sailed back to England to gather more supplies, leaving his family and the colony behind. He planned to return within a few months, but fate had other plans. A war between England and Spain delayed his return for 3 long years. When he finally made it back to Roanoke in 1590, he found the settlement completely abandoned. There were no signs of a struggle, no bodies, no clues at all, except for one. Carved into a wooden post was a single word: Croton. Carved into another tree was Crow. Croton was the name of a nearby island and a local Native American tribe. Before he left, White had instructed the colonists that if they had to leave, they should carve their destination and to add a Maltese cross if they were in danger. There was no cross.
White tried to sail to Croton Island to investigate, but a violent storm forced his ships to turn back and he never returned to America.
The colonists of Roanoke, including his granddaughter Virginia Dare, were never seen again. What did Croton mean? Did the colonists peacefully integrate with the local tribe? Did they try to sail back to England and get lost at sea? Did they meet a more sinister fate, succumbing to disease or conflict, their true story erased from history? The lost colony of Roanoke remains America's oldest unsolved mystery, a silent testament to a dream that vanished into the wilderness. Our next enigma takes us from the annals of history to the digital age, a puzzle that baffled the world's best codebreakers. In January 2012, a mysterious image appeared on the internet forum 4chan. It was a white text on a black background that read, "Hello, we are looking for highly intelligent individuals. To find them, we have devised a test. There is a message hidden in this image. Find it, and it will lead you on the road to finding us. We look forward to meeting the few that will make it all the way through. Good luck." Signed, 3301. This was the beginning of SHETA 3301, one of the most elaborate and mysterious puzzles of the internet era. The first puzzle led to a complex web of clues involving cryptography, steganography, literature, and philosophy. Solvers found themselves deciphering ancient texts, calling phone numbers that played strange recorded messages, and even visiting physical locations in cities around the world, from Warsaw to Miami, to find QR codes taped to lampposts. Each year in 2013 and 2014, a new puzzle was released, each more complex than the last. Only a handful of people ever claimed to have solved it. Those who did were reportedly led to a private forum on the dark web where they were given a personality test. After that, silence. No one knows the true purpose or identity of SHETA 3301. Is it a recruitment tool for a government intelligence agency like the CIA or MI6, Secret Society of Hackers, or an incredibly elaborate alternate reality game? The puzzles stopped appearing after 2014, leaving the world to wonder. Who are they? What were they looking for? The true nature of SHETA 3301 remains a secret, locked away behind layers of digital encryption, a ghost in the machine. Finally, we turn our gaze to the cosmos, to a signal from the depths of space that has puzzled astronomers for decades. On August 15, 1977, at the Big Ear Radio Telescope at Ohio State University, astronomer Jerry Emin was reviewing data from the stars. He was searching for signals from extraterrestrial intelligence as part of the SETI project. As he looked over the printouts, his pen froze. From vanished lighthouse keepers to a skyjacker who leaped into legend, a lost colony, a digital ghost, and a mysterious whisper from the cosmos. These are the stories that remind us that not every question has an answer. They challenge our understanding of the world and ignite our imagination. What do you think happened in these cases? Do you have a favorite theory? Let me know in the comments below. The truth may be out there, hidden in the shadows, just waiting to be found. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the unknown. If you enjoyed exploring these mysteries, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive. Until then, keep questioning.